Yo, welcome back, squad. I'm going to simplify the two incoming banners for the Arknights global server. I'm going to cut all the fat. I'm going to straight up hit you guys with what we need to know for right now, as well as the oncoming contingency contract, aka hard mode enabled endgame for Arknights. So let's get right into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the Dome. Make sure you guys grab your front row seats for all you veterans out there. For all you new folks, my name is Zeals, and today we're going to talk about the two incoming banners. The one with Eyjafjalla as well as Ifrit and Skadi. I'm going to straight up hit you guys with why you may need these operators right now as well as in the near future. And with that being said, make sure you guys check out the series for what is heading our way. The three-part series getting ready for the contingency contract and chapter 6. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys follow that series as well as smash that like and subscribe to the channel. Once we get to 42.5k, we'll initiate another awesome giveaway. More on that later. But anyways, I don't want to waste your time. Let's talk about these operators. I'm not going to go like talk about all the things that you may already know. I want to pinpoint some of the things that you may not know going into contingency contract with these operators. If by chance you don't know what contingency contract is, I'll have a complete guide on that. I'll be holding your hands all the way through. But for now, all you need to know is that contingency contract is the hard mode of this game, end game of this game. Not everyone is going to be able to smash risk 18 for all the rewards, and that's pretty much why it is the end game. It's going to be hard. So first up, we got Eyjafjalla, a caster that deals arts damage. Not only single target, but her skill 2 and 3 can also deal AoE damage. And she costs 21 at E2. You guys know the drill. So what about her makes her so special? Well, she's pretty much the most well-rounded caster when it comes to damage. Her skill 2 is a consistent source of splash damage at skill 7 M3, mastery 3, fully maxed out of her mind. It can hold up to 3 charges and also has that minus 25% magic resistance. The way this works is that if your enemy has 40 magic resistance, it's not going to subtract it by 25 down to 15. How this really works is that it's going to shave off 10 off of 40 because that is going to be minus 25%. Yeah. So ultimately, it's going to go from 40 magic resistance down to 30. Now, skill 3, Volcano. It's insane. At skill 7 M3, it's going to hit 6 targets. Anything below that, it's going to be 5 targets. Whatever she hits, she's going to melt. But unlike skill 2, she's not going to be doing it all the time, pretty much consistently. And in contingency contract, you can use both skill 2 and 3. They are both great. Skill 2 is mainly used for the consistent wave of enemies in the permanent map, but you can also use skill 3. We'll talk more about that. Now, for beginners that are not thinking about contingency contract right now, Eyjafjalla, she'll serve you well in pretty much anywhere that you use her. She is just universally busted. She was my first 6-star operator, and she was my first E2 operator. And the reason why I picked her was because I already knew going into this game that she was busted. And boy, did she live up to the hype. All right, but what about contingency contract? Well, we got to talk about Ifrit. Now, Ifrit's first talent works the same as Eyjafjalla's skill 2. They have great synergy. Now, if you're working on a caster ranged lineup for contingency contract, you're going to ban the guards as well as defenders. Then Ifrit and Eyjafjalla, they pretty much work in unison, along with Mostima as well because of her CC from her skill 2. Mostima's skill 2 is busted when it comes to CC. That skill 2 has up to 7 seconds of just lockdown, dude. Mostima generates SP for your casters. Yeah. But if you're using an E2, Telopsis as well as Mostima, that SP generation is not going to stack. That would be way too OP. I would love to see it, but it's going to be too OP. And Eyjafjalla, when you drop her, boom, gives attack to your casters. So you got that crazy synergy along the 3. Now, when it comes to the caster squad versus the guard, the melee squad in the first contingency contract has a record of risk 25 and 23 for the caster unit. So what I'm trying to say is that both options are viable to clear risk 18, which is going to be pretty much the max rewards. But if you want to flex your EP a little bit harder, then we have to talk about another operator, and this time it's going to be a 5-star operator, and that is going to be, of course, not Skadi, but Specter. Now, Specter is broken. Any game that you play that has invincibility, they're capable of being immune to all sources of damage. In any game that I've played, World of Warcraft, Divine Shield, anything like that, it's just broken. It is broken. And how long does her immunity last? Well, first off, it's tied to her skill 2, and it lasts for 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Now, 3 seconds of immunity, that's broken. 5, broken. 15, oh my god. Okay, 15. Okay, so what, Zeals? She's immune to 15 seconds, but what does that mean? Well, she has 3 block at E2. She's able to tank 3 enemies. And then when you pop that skill 2, whoo, holy crap, she's going to be immune. If you want to like time that perfectly so that she is like just about to die and you clutch pop that baby, then she'll be immune. And not only that, she's going to deal insane damage. She doesn't need to be blocking 3 enemies to be dealing damage to 3 enemies. Another ally can be tanking them while she pretty much AoEs up to 3 enemy targets. That's insane. And this thing can deal a lot of damage, like up to 2200, because she has a lot of attack, man. And then after that, she gets stunned for 10 seconds, but it can be good because that lets the melee enemies bypass her. And with her talent, right there, boom, she's able to recover her max HP. Remember, in Contingency Contract, you will not be able to bring medics in certain situations. That's why Saria, Neural, those defenders are so highly rated and used. Like literally, if we're talking about just usage wise, Saria is 95 percentile of lineups. She's in 95% of lineups. That's insane. Just like Saria, Specter is going to be popular, especially in the higher risks in the first Contingency Contract. Now, she will eventually be phased out for Blaze when that does hit us, hopefully around chapter 6. If we're following the CN server, then yeah, Blaze is going to shoot up in popularity and Specter is going to drop down in the second Contingency Contract. But until then, Specter is pretty much mandatory to tank in the higher risks. So if you want to flex your EP once again, then you already have Specter by now. Then, well, this banner, you may be able to potential 6 the crap out of her. Now today I'd even talk about how awesome some of these operators look, and Provence for me is right on up there at the top. Just like her tail, I have a soft spot for her somewhere in my heart, but we're talking about min-maxing here. We're talking about Contingency Contracts. Is she being widely used? Is she being widely mentioned or recommended? No. And that's because of just how she is designed. Her skills, her talents. You need to have a lot of conditions going your way. She does deal a lot of damage. If you have all 3 things lining up, then yes, she's going to deal even more damage than Schwartz. In terms of consistency, Schwartz is going to just do it better. Now, if you don't have Schwartz for Contingency Contract, you want to bring Provence. No. I love her and you can have fun with her, but she is pretty situational. Now that we're talking about waifus, we're at Skadi. We have arrived at Skadi. And I'm just going to say, in one sentence, she looks awesome. All right, that's an understatement of the century. But anyways, do you need her for Contingency Contract? Now, she does have more use than Provence, that's for sure, from her skill 2 and skill 3. If you don't have Helgar, Skadi is a decent option for a duelist, but she does not have the self-sustain like Skadi. Well, not Skadi, but Helgar. She does not have Helgar's self-sustain. The difference between skill 2 and 3 is this. Skill 2, when you drop her, she has all the buffs. She pops off. She eliminates high threat targets. And skill 3, it takes a little bit of time when you first deploy her. Not a long time, and then you can pop it. After the first use, it's going to take a while because it does cost a lot of SP. But yeah, that's how skill 3 works pretty much. Now, what about the other operators, Zeals? What about Telopsis? Well, she can be used in the Contingency Contract, especially in the daily rotation and all that stuff. But as I said, if you go higher up in the risks, you will not be able to bring medics. That's why you're going to be relying, especially once again, if you're going for the melee comp, you're going to be relying on your defenders for that heals, as well as relying on special operators like Specter and Helgar with their self-sustain, and of course our girl Angelina. More on that later in the Contingency Contract guide. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, Telopsis is an awesome operator, an awesome medic, and I use him more than any other medics in the game Yeah, Telopsis. She's awesome. What about Nightmare? What about Skyfire? They're just replaced by other operators that do their role way better. You know, that's just how it is. I love how they look. I love their skin, but hey, I want to use them. They're just outshined by other operators. Now, the ultimate question is, if I had to choose between one or the other, thank God I don't have to make this decision because I have all the operators, but yeah, it really depends on which operator you need. Now, if you don't have Eyjafjalla and or Specter, then I would put more resources into Eyjafjalla and Specter's banner. It's not just Eyjafjalla up in there. Specter is insane, okay? She's insane. You can also purchase Ifrit with your 180 yellow certificates. Now, if you're a beginner, you don't care about the contingency contract right now, then I would just try to go for Eyjafjalla because she costs less to deploy. She can do crazy AoE, you know, and she can do crazy single target with her skill 3. Yes, skill 3 can just decimate bosses. So yes, it's gonna heavily depend on which operators you need, but I'm going to, like, even though I have everything in both banners, I'm going to still summon in the Eyjafjalla banner because I want to raise my Specter's potential. Not only that, maybe Eyjafjalla as well. Skadi and Ifrit, they're good, they're awesome. But Eyjafjalla and Specter, you know, it just, I don't know, it's just for me way better. I'm not saying that Eyjafjalla destroys, you know, Ifrit's damage. I'm just saying that Eyjafjalla is way more user-friendly, usable in more maps, pretty much in more conditions. Now, I know that Telopsis is broken and all, but I gotta prioritize damage, man. I gotta prioritize damage right now. Burn it down before they burn you. All right, so if I had to choose, I'm going to choose the Specter banner. Specter banner with Eyjafjalla thrown in there, just making it extra juicy. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up, guys. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, make sure you guys smash that like. Leave a comment down below. I would love to know if you guys are going to summon, if you're going hard for either Eyjafjalla Specter banner or Ifrit's banner with Skadi up in there as well as Telopsis. I would love to know what you guys are going to summon. If you got lucky, let me know down below. And let's smash that red subscribe button. Let's get to 42.5K, baby. You know, let's do some more giveaways. Throw some more cash along your way. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Your boy Zeals out.